I like horror films, and I just watched this movie, Smile. It came out in 2022, so it's very new.
Did people smile in it?
Yeah. Of like,
right, that's all I asked for.
It's a whole psychological thriller that sets everything up. Yeah. And I don't want to ruin the ending because I don't like spoilers. It kind of ruins the whole movie if I give you the ending.
Everybody smiles.
Yeah, everyone smiles in that movie of like, and that's the thing. But it goes through this whole psychological thriller. But I will say this, it gets into the monster territory, which I really like. I miss having that more monsters in horror films. Because a lot of the
I miss slashers too. There's not as many of them. I'm gonna do maybe it's not. It's probably more of a hot take for people of mine and your generation. Probably more even mine. But I recently just watched the one that was just called Scream and then Scream 6, like the two new ones. And I thought they were really well done.
I think so too.
The whole meta, and I'm like, that's the next step or whatever. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job. And then the Legacy, like, because that's what everything's happening with Legacy sequels and stuff.
It's good social commentary on what's happening. It does a great job.
Wes Craven is looking down, and he's really happy with how they turned out, because when you take over for a director who directed the first 4 movies, so he directed all 4.
Yeah.
That's a tall ask to do.
Yeah. And those movies were great. I liked Scream. That was actually some of the first and earliest horror movies. My Aunt Melissa, who's no longer with us, God bless her.
Is it because of Scream? Did she die in that movie?
No.
All right. Just want to make sure it's not related.
No, it's not related. But she showed us Scream, and me and my brother were like, "This is awesome!" Like, we thought it was the coolest thing. Of like,
because you're trying to figure out who the killer is, but then they're also using horror movies as a reference.
Right. And it does like horror movie tropes of like.
Can I hit these guys?
Which really horror. If you look at it, of like, because I follow horror deep, of like Vincent Price days, Bela Lugosi days, of like I've watched a lot of classics. And
what about the Hammer horrors?
Oh yeah,
Christopher Lee as Dracula.
Christopher Lee for sure.
And even people don't know this, but Obi-Wan, the actor who played Alec Guinness, he was also in some of those Hammer films as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I haven't seen very many of them, but me and my ex went through and watched all the classic horrors like Wolfman stuff. I'd probably seen them bits and parts throughout my life, but never just sat down and watched like all the way through, because they are chronological actually.
Yeah.
It was it was actually the first shared universe.
Okay, cool.
I just feel like I'm driving for no reason.
You got 300 points on that. Here we go. There's going to be some hot action.
Well, I'm already hot. My fuel is running out.
What is with the jet? Like, what? Okay.
No idea.
We are playing some strange games.
Yeah, this is another game that's very similar to that game that we beat.
Yeah.
Which is fine. These ones that are like, it's better just to get through them.
That's as fast as I can go. Oh, no. This is way faster.
All right, so the 5 minutes is up. Granny Goodness didn't give an actual answer.
I did.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's
a
good chip.
So I had a 3-way, not in a good way. It was a debate, and it was between 3 films, and I think I'm going to go with Empire Strikes Back. I think that John Williams has never done better work than the Imperial March. And Star Wars, like that whole dark theme, but mixed in with the whole, like that bombastic like orchestra is what continued for us to have that type of music now in modern times, because he was very much a more, from the olden times, you had these big orchestras and stuff like that. There wasn't a lot of movies that were doing it during that era. But my 2 runner-ups was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a very good soundtrack, and Scott Pilgrim Crystal War.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim, that's another great one. That's an awesome.
That's what I'm saying. It could be the "How do I feel today" type of thing, you know?
I thought you said your favorite was Beaches.
I've never seen that. It's Young Leo. Remember? I already told them it's on. It's recorded. I already told them I don't watch anything at Young Leo.
No, Beaches. You love that network.
Oh, there's another movie with Leo that has. It's called Beaches.
Oh.
All right, so
Red Miller and
I continue on. I guess.
So, what is yours?
Oh, that's. I've got to say, I think I agree with Blues Brothers because
Okay.
I have watched that movie more times than I care to admit. But Elroy and Jake, of like those 2 characters, of like it's classic, it's iconic. I love blues music.
I mean, I would say as some runner-ups, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
I mean, anything John Williams. People don't understand how many. Even the Harry Potter score is John Williams.
okay.
Like anything that's like orchestra related, but I do like Hans Zimmer. I think that the Dark
Yeah,
Knight.
Hans Zimmer is great.
Yeah, Dark Knight has a really great soundtrack as well. Inception. That song, remember
Inception,
everybody was
yeah.
making videos on that one song for years.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it is. That's why it's more of a matter of taste. I just feel like when it comes to films, because I would say if a movie that utilizes actual real songs that were created before,
Yeah.
I would go with more of something like Pulp Fiction or Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Like they utilize classic songs. I mean, they are classic no matter if
Yeah.
they're 70s, 80s, or whatever, in new ways to mix it in with video.
right, and I do agree with that.
Yeah.